AirSwivel. Completely clean bin and filters. We're going to start out with an empty bin weight of 645.7 grams. Well, hello vacuum fans, especially if you enjoy cheap Black & Deckers. So anyway, if you look at the previous video of this particular machine, the current owner mentioned that it was difficult to push. And we found out for the most part that it was the wheels needed to be lubricated. They were dirty and they didn't rotate very well. Also on the bottom of a lot of these inexpensive machines are these little sticks. And this one is, well, mostly chewed up and gone. I removed it. You just take a little screwdriver and just pop it out. This is great to help you pick up stuff on bare floors, but her place is mostly carpet and it doesn't make that much of a difference anyway. So I just popped it out. So let's go ahead and do a whole house carpet cleaning with this particular machine. And because the cord is so short, literally I'd have to plug in more than once. Just in our master bedroom, I added on a 16-foot cheap green extension cord. So without further ado, let's see what this machine can actually do. Well, it's certainly lightweight. It doesn't have a whole lot of bulk. And I can say that essentially it's not really difficult to push. It's got a very small nozzle width, so this is going to take a little while. I also put on a brand new belt because the other belt was loose enough that the brush roll was changing speed. Bed somewhat. We're going to not do that so we maintain our 1,000 square feet carpet pickup standard. We'll test out the swivel capability here in a minute. And swivel. Alright, that's nice. I like that. And so far this isn't too bad as far as pushability. This isn't really bad at all. It does require some effort. It's kind of funny because the machine is certainly light, but without a height adjustment, which I always recommend, you never really quite get control that you need to match all different carpet heights. I don't know if I will have time to put this on the airfoil instruction box. I don't think so. So I figured I'd give you this video as a parting gift. Because the power nozzle is so small, definitely gets into those tight spaces. My son moved out a couple months ago, so we will vacuum around invisible furniture. You can still see where the furniture sat, or where the legs are anyway. And please remember to thank my wife, Mrs. Black+, otherwise known as Ellie, for making this possible, because otherwise I'd have to do 21 different lighting changes, which really wears me out. This machine does actually have carpet lines, but they're so minimal, it's kind of difficult to see. They are there though, but they're very minimal. Now the current owner of this machine has very short hair, and her hair does not clog up the bristles on this machine. But that's not the case for my wife, who has over 2-foot long hair, and I'm sure we will have a pretty good hair pickup here in a minute when we check that. Check out that swivel action. There we go. Okay, let's see how we did so far. Those little tiny switches in my big feet don't work out very well. Okay, so let's take a peek. So there's definitely going to be some dog hair in there. If it's light brown, I'm seeing some light gray in there. And that's going to be, you know, carpet fibers and pickup. There's some fine dust, a little bit. So let's see, what do we have for hair wrap? Going to be something fantastic or what? Yep, got a whole bunch of it. So it's all here, yeah. This was completely clean before we started, and the hair wrap is absolutely everywhere. So if you have long hair, this machine is, well, going to make things tough for you. All right, let's go downstairs to the first floor and finish up. That swivel action. That swivel action's great. Okay, so here, I'll get that.
Tripped on the power cord.
Yep. Mrs. Lab thought she was doing a good thing, moving the cord. Okay. I normally like to move my vacuums by tilting them back on their rear wheels. Some of them do better jobs than others.
Thunk.
Obviously, this isn't one of them. So let's see. Here we go in the pink room first, and then we'll do our living room last because there's better light. Pickup, which is what you would really expect. The question is how much is it, and how does it compare to everyone else? So I'm going to say, after all the work I did on this machine, that it's medium difficult to push. It's neither light nor is it heavy. But the funny thing is the vacuum itself is really very light. takes a lot of force to hit that switch. Okie dokie. So now let's go and take a peek at the final pickup before we measure it. Yeah, we got a nice blob in there. All right, that's great. And of course, you see some buildup starting in here. And let me see for a second what the filters look like. Now, these filters were completely, totally cleaned and dried and whatnot. So obviously, there's a dirt patch in there that didn't exist before. There's both sides. And then here's this other filter inside, and I don't think anything made it through and or past that at all. So really, it's just this, which I mean isn't too bad, I suppose. And now let's take a look at the final hair pickup. You get more hair? Yeah, some, a little bit. I think most of the hair pickup's probably still on the floor. The bristles are medium length, almost considered long, but not quite, and they are medium soft. They are not stiff. Remember, this machine, I believe, is from 2017, so newer brush roll, you'll probably get better pickup. Okay, so let's go down into the lab and see what the dirt recovery is. Let's take a look at the complete pickup. Raw bin, including the increased weight of the filters. And I'm going to call that at 655.2. If we subtract the initial empty bin weight of 645.7, we end up with 9.5 grams. Now that's raw pickup. Okay, let's check extracted with a much finer scale. Now let's see, this is going to be a little messy, I think. Okie dokie. Well, obviously it's a lot of fibrous material, of course. You would expect that. See if we can get anything out of there. You know, it looks like a huge pickup, right? But we already know from the raw amount that it can't actually be as large as what it seems to look like anyhow. All right, let's see what we have. Obviously, it's mostly fibrous material. Yep. Okay, let's do what we can to squeeze that in there. Good dog hair pickup. I'll do my best to separate fibrous from non-fibrous. Okay, fibrous pickup is almost 9 grams. Not bad. Let's see, I got a little bit spilled off to the side. That won't actually change anything much, but let's put it back on the paper. So that's what you have for non-fibrous material. Not much. Okay, so 8 3/4 or so fibrous material. And then if I put everything else, small stuff in there, which is still somewhat fibrous, obviously. It's just smaller stuff. We end up with a completely extracted bin pickup of 9.16 grams. And if I look at my extensive database, that is that's above average. Yeah, that is definitely above average. And it's mainly because of great fibrous pickup. So, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.